See that card? I'm gonna make it disappear. Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to my review for the incredible Burt Wonderstone, which is a brand new comedy about magicians, of course, and it stars Steve Carell, Jim Carrey, the return of Jim Carrey in comedies. I haven't seen him in a little while. I think the last movie was Mr. Popper's Penguins, and I didn't see that. So he's in that. He's also in another movie coming out pretty soon. Who else? Steve Buscemi, who I haven't seen in a little while too. I haven't seen what was it called? Boardwalk Empire, but I heard he was great in that. And Olivia Wilde, who we've seen a lot of, and don't worry, I want to see more. So I love Olivia Wilde. But I was actually looking forward to this film. It looked actually pretty entertaining, pretty funny. I like the cast, and I like magicians. I don't know, that's just something I do. Like, you know, I do amazing magic, so of course I like magicians. So what did I think of the incredible Burt Wonderstone? Well, let's talk about the story. By the way, that movie that's coming out with Jim Carrey is Kick-Ass 2. I don't know why I forgot that, but yeah, I just want to clear that up. But anyway, the story for the incredible Burt Wonderstone, of course, follows in the beginning Burt Wonderstone, who I can't remember his full name. It's like Albert Wonder Jungle Book, I don't know. But he's a kid. He's about, what, I don't know, 8 years old. And he always gets bullied. He doesn't have many friends, but he loves magic. And one day, his mom gives him a magic set. Rance Holloway, big magician in this world of movies. And he loves magic, and he actually meets a friend. He actually meets someone named Anton Marvelton. That's right. And I can't remember his full name. It's like Anthony something. I don't know. But he meets him, and they like magic. And it skips like 20 years later, and they're big magicians, like some of the best magicians out there. They're out there doing cool little tricks in here and there, whatever. And then it skips 10 years later, and they're starting to get petered out. People aren't really watching them anymore because a new guy, Jim Carrey, plays Steve Gray, and he is more of a Chris Angel type magician, where of course he sticks things in his skin and rips them out and goes, "Ooh, that's magic," and stuff. And they're like, "That's not magic," but he's more popular. So the story here is pretty much a rise and fall and rise again, pretty much. It's pretty simple. It's a comeback story, and that's really it. It's pretty simple. I mean, you have Steve Carell as, of course, Burt Wonderstone. You have Steve Buscemi as Anton Marvelton, and Olivia Wilde shows up in pretty much the beginning as what do you call it? The girl that pretty much helps out with the magic. I can't remember what they're called. But, yeah, that's who she plays. And it's pretty simple. You see where it's going to go. It's very predictable. But you know what? I actually like the story. Of course I like the story. Gore likes everything. But you know what? I did. I'm sorry. I can't hate something when I'm there smiling and actually liking it and just like, oh, I'm having a good time. I can't just pretend that I hated it. No, I actually enjoyed the story here. I really did, because even though at first Burt Wonderstone, as a kid, he's a cute kid, you like him, whatever. When he grows up, he's kind of a dick, but the thing is that he's one of those movie type dicks where he's such a dick that I don't know why people put up with his stuff, especially his friend, Steve Buscemi's character. But later on, of course, he becomes more of a nicer dude. But it's kind of weird how he becomes nice. But for some reason, I like his character. I like all the other characters, especially Steve Buscemi, who I haven't seen in a very long time, and I really like his character. He's the nice guy, but he's funny at times, and he's the cool guy. He's a straight guy, in the film, and I really liked him in the film. Jim Carrey as Steve Gray, he does some insane stuff in this film, and I'm so glad to see Jim Carrey's back. This Kick-Ass 2, there's probably some other films he's going to be in. I can't wait to see him in Kick-Ass 2, by the way. That trailer looked awesome. But back to this review. He's great in this film as well, even though, he plays the cocky douchebag type of pretty much villain in the film, but he's great in the film. He really is. He's very funny, especially that last thing he does. I'm sorry, it's a lot of facial, it's a typical Jim Carrey joke where he does a lot of faces, but I'm sorry, I laugh. So yeah, I really like all the characters. Olivia Wilde's great in it. She's hot. The first scene, pretty much the first scene you see of her, someone's taking off her shirt. So I'm already in. I'm in. So yeah, the characters are really likable, even though Burt Wonderstone's a dick. But for some reason I liked him. I don't know why. It's pretty funny all the way through, I would say. The acting, everybody's committed, everybody's having a good time. I really, really enjoyed the story and the acting, and I thought the movie itself was pretty damn funny. But there's times where, of course, it definitely slacks. There is a few jokes here that really did not make me laugh at all, especially whenever Steve Carell, who was great in the film, don't get me wrong, goes and like makes random noises and just he does things that are kind of not, I wouldn't say predictable, just stuff we've seen before that really isn't funny in the film. But like I said, there are a few jokes that really did make me laugh. There's a whole joke with Steve Gray's character, not at the end, but there's one like in the middle of the film that I thought was extremely funny. Now, if I had to say anything else was a problem with the film, is that it kind of starts off a little too goofy, and the whole film is goofy, but at first I thought I was watching a Disney movie. I don't know why, because it has the kids, and they're okay actors, don't get me wrong, but it starts off extremely goofy, and then it goes into straight up, you know, Burt Wonderstone screws everybody, he's talking about sexual innuendos here and there. It's definitely a movie that starts off as something else, and then, you know, jumps into just crazy sex antics, and it's a PG-13 movie, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of a weird jump. I don't know, I felt that. But besides that, I did enjoy this film. There's a lot of jokes that fall flat, but everybody does a great job, everybody's having fun, and I had fun. And Olivia Wilde... So, that's sign language for you, me, tonight. So, you don't want to see that. So anyway... what am I gonna give it? I'm gonna give it a 28 out of 40. I did enjoy it. There is a lot of problems with the film. It's not great, but I enjoyed it. So anyway, there you go. There's my review for The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. I hope you enjoyed the review. Look forward to another review tomorrow, and then one on Sunday. I'm doing a lot of reviews here, people. Please watch them. So anyway, thank you and goodbye.